Afternoon. Well, hello, whenever you're doing this, as it's online and there is no strict timetable. I'm slightly terrified of doing videos of me teaching, particularly as I never really want to watch them again. But I thought it might be nice, maybe I'm slightly arrogant with that, slightly nice for the children to see me, or at least hear from me and see what I'm doing. You can see my very attractive picture on the wall that my wife's put up. I might change that for something a bit more suitable, a bit more appropriate. Also, I may have promised one or two of the children fancy dress, but that is to come rather than now. I don't want to set the bar too high too early. But hopefully the work's going okay at home. Hope the parents are finding it all right and bearable. I hope it's about the right amount, not too much, not too little. But please just let me know if there's anything else I can do differently or more of or less of, or something that might be easier. Please just email. This is kind of definitely a two-way thing. I'm learning. I guess you're learning as well. It's a very strange situation for all of us, both in terms of teaching, having children at home, and kind of, I guess, your work situation as well. So please do just let me know. I'm going to try and do some lessons here using my very stylish whiteboard Bo iPad, kind of. So I'm going to do a little bit of maths with year 2, and then I'm going to do some maths with year 3, so that year 3 parents and children don't have to watch all the year 2 stuff. I will hold my fingers up like this when I start the year 3, so you can just fast forward until you see that, and then I'll do it. Guest appearance by Tilly, the neediest spaniel you've ever seen. She's not too good at looking at the camera. She's a little bit shy, but I'll put her there, and then maybe she'll pop up later. So year 2, you are looking at equal parts. So equal means exactly the same. So just a pair of eyes. Exactly the same is, so if we had, I'm going to draw, let's have some circles. So we had one. Yeah, good. I need to put the pen in first. So I'm going to draw 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 circles or 6 counters. Hopefully you can see that. If I were to put a line across there, there are 2 equal groups of 3. Tilly, leave my pens alone. Just having real children in the classroom. Tilly, leave the pens alone and concentrate on the maths. Okay, so 2 equal groups of 3. So you've got 6. Which shows also, if you were to do that numerically, 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So you have 2 equal groups of 3. If I were to erase that, slight flaw with this whiteboard, it takes me 15 minutes to erase it. So if I were to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so now I have 8 circles or 8 blue counters. I could put a line here, and I would have 2 equal groups. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So 2 equal groups of 4. If I were to rub that out, not everything, so still got 8. If I was to put a line there, I've just done a rubber mark, good. So if I was to put a line there, I would have 2 unequal groups. So I've not split that into equal groups, so unfortunately that would be incorrect. I've got a group of 2 and I've got a group of 6 because 2 plus 6 equals 8. So this is also, I probably should have done shape first. So you can also do this with shapes as well as with numbers. So we've got, there we go, let's draw a very stylish rectangle. So we've got a rectangle, just about see it there. If I were to draw it very accurately, of course, I've split that into 2 equal parts. I could then do another line here. And if I was to draw that with a ruler and be a bit more sensible, that would be 4 equal parts. So I've done a rectangle into 4 equal parts. I'm now going to rub this out and do some new lines, which will be yellow. If I was to do that, I've split into lots of parts and I've done it very badly, but you can see they are unequal parts. So they unfortunately are not fractions because they are unequal. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 unequal parts. I'm afraid that would be wrong. So year 2s, that is all of yours for now. I'm going to rub that out so I can get on with the year 3s while I do the outro for you. So thank you for listening. Hopefully that has been useful. Obviously you can pause, you can ignore, you can watch it again. You can store it forever for prosperity, and obviously when I become a YouTube teaching millionaire. So thank you very much for that. And now we are on with year 3. So Year threes, you are looking at fractions, but slightly different. You're not looking at equal parts like year two are. You are looking at tenths. So tenths, if we had, you might recognize this rectangle from such lessons as the year two lesson that's just been. So we will do 2, 3, 4. I've got a rectangle and I've split it into 10 equal parts. Please bear with me, this is not to scale, it's not accurate, but it is 10 equal parts. Each of these is 1/10. So 1/10. You've got the numerator, which is on top. Try not to drop it. Numerator's on top. Oh, that reflection is amazing. I love the glare. Numerator's on top, which is 1, because that is 1/10, which is the denominator. So that is 1/10. So I'll leave that there, 1/10. Well, I'll not leave it there because I can't write on it, but I will leave it there so that we can refer to it. If I were to colour 1 in, 1/10 of that is now green. We're going to do it again. 2/10 of that is now green. So that's 2/10. And you can probably see where this is going, especially the sharper ones among you. That is now 3/10. I'm now going to hurry this up slightly. That is now 5/10 because we've got 5/10, and that's also known as a half for those extension points for the year 4, year 5. So we have now got 5/10, but I think I showed you this last week before everyone was off and before the schools went haywire. We've got 1/2 there, and we've got the other half on the bottom. So actually we've got 1/2 are green, circled in red, confusing with the colours. So 5/10 is the same as 1/2. So 5/10 equals 1/2. Okay, so then you've got some harder questions. So not only have you got to recognise tenths, you've also got to combine tenths as well. So if we had, I think the sheet actually is not great for this because it's 2 different tenths, but I will show you that now. So if we had, so what the sheet does is this, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the sheet shows you 2 different lots of tenths. And actually, because you've got 2 lots of tenths, that's actually 20ths because you've got 20. But what it wants you to do is not make it 20ths. So what it wants you to do is to say 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 4/10. I hope you agree. 4/10. You listened to some of what I've said and you understood it already. That's 4/10. If this one was then 2/10, 2/10. So you've got 4/10. Oh, that glare again. I have to work this out with my ambient lighting. So yeah, 4/10 and 2/10 is there. When you combine those two, you actually end up with 6/10. So they all go on to 1 and you've got 6/10. So you've got 4/10 from here, 2/10 from here, and you end up with 6/10. And this can also be done with shape. Although I kind of did that with shape because I've just drawn it. So it might be something like, could you draw or could you colour in 6/10 of a shape? So I'm going to draw a rectangle again, which will become a common theme, you will see. So bigger rectangle this time. 2, 3, 4. So there you can see I've got 0/10 because none are coloured in, and it might say, please colour in 6/10 or please colour in 7/10, and then you will colour in 6 of them. So if it said shade in 6/10, you would think, okay, so you've got tenths, you have an empty group of 10 equal parts because a tenth is 1 equal part out of 10, and you would then colour in 6. So let's get a different colour. Let's go back to yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that, if you can see it at all, if I move it around slightly, there we go. Just about see it. I've coloured in 6, and that is 6/10. A bit closer. Yes, finally I've got it. There we go. See, this is very slick. You can see I've definitely done this before. So that is 6/10, and that is 6/10. So Hope that helps. A little bit longer than I thought. Any questions, let me know. And I might try and do some more of these for English lessons maybe. Might try and do some more for SPAG. But please bear with me while I hopefully improve from this quite low starting point. So thank you very much and goodbye. And luckily the dog is still here and she can also say goodbye.